Home sellers are screwed, guys. Wait till you hear this. What's going on, my YouTube friends? This is Jerry Abbott, the only realtor in Las Vegas, keeping it 100% real. Hey guys, before we dive into the video, a couple of quick things. If this is your first time on the channel and you want to learn everything there is to know about the Las Vegas real estate market, then definitely subscribe down below. Number two, make sure to give me a thumbs up like, guys. It would really help the channel out. And number three, if you guys are thinking about relocating to beautiful Las Vegas, whether it's next month or next year, I've got your back. I'm a local realtor here. I've lived here for nearly 20 years. I know every inch of this city. Just call, text, or email me anytime, and I'll help you find that perfect dream home. Let's dive into the video. All right, guys, before we dive into the nuts and bolts of the video, I just have to vent for a couple of seconds here. I've talked to several realtors again this week. All of them are trying to paint a positive picture on the housing market. In fact, I've actually had realtors talking about me saying that I'm too negative about the market, but you're going to see in the upcoming data that the negative news that's been coming out, that is not fiction. That is reality, guys. And like I said, you do not want to try to catch a falling knife in this real estate market. And the data that you're about to see is going to prove as to why you should be sitting tight on the sidelines right now. In fact, you can see a CEO of a major real estate company here is, again, trying to put a positive spin on the market, trying to say that he's optimistic about 2023. And I'm telling you right now, guys, we are not going to have appreciating home prices in 2023. So take a look at this information coming up right now. All right, guys, the first thing I want to show you is a short YouTube video clip from a very popular podcaster who's discussing the housing market in general. I want you to listen to this, and then we're going to come back to it after you watch this clip. So let's take a look at this right now.
This is Bloomberg. So we want to show both sides of the story. Bloomberg shows housing demand climbs as the U.S. market starts to show signs of life. Great. So for those that are in real estate, this is a plug for you. Go and zoom in a little bit so I can read exactly what it's saying in the description. If you can't do it, okay, there you go, perfect. Housing demand is starting to show signs of recovery with pending sales of U.S. home prices. Home rising for the first time in more than a year, according to new data from Redfin. Pending sales climbed 2.9% in December. On a seasonally adjusted basis, this is the first month-over-month increase since October of 2021. Redfin says on Wednesday, other measures of demand, including data on brokerage, customers requesting home tours, and people contacting the company's agents, are up from November. Read more at the link in the bio. So go to the bottom now and let's see what people say. I want to read the comments now. If you can zoom in a little bit so you can, it says, first one, did a realtor write this? Number two, don't do it. Next one, I was literally going over data last night that shows the opposite. Next one, this is completely false on all sorts of data. Austin, Texas is not having any issues like Bloomberg posts every week. You'll be broke believing everything this page posts. LOL. LOL, so contradictory. I mean, by the way, it's like 99% of the comments are saying you are full of shit is what they're saying to Bloomberg, right? So listen, here's what we're going to know. What we're going to know for sure is by the end of the year. The way I measure real estate is the following way. Ask the average real estate agent. The other day I was on the Clay Travis and Buck's show, which is great. They're great at what they do, and we're talking about the economy. And I said, you know, if you want to measure how good real estate is doing, ask a realtor and ask them, how do you think 2023 is going to do? You know what their answer is?
It's great.
No. This is their answer. They'll say, well, I think 2023 is going to be a flat year. It's what's going to happen. And then I think 24, 25 is going to be a great year. If a realtor who's very motivational, wakes up every morning listening to motivational videos, tells you it's going to be a flat year, it's going to be a down year, okay? Because that's just how these things work. If they
So basically, guys, you can see this is a very popular podcaster talking about the real estate market as a whole, and this is where the disconnect is. The disconnect is basically the media puts out these headlines. They talk about how the market might be good. He's even talking about realtors like myself, even though I have a very anti-realtor approach, talking about the fact that the market might be flat. They're never trying to look pessimistically at the market, but the bottom line is he's not wrong. The disconnect is you saw the comments that he was showing on that particular article that were all negative. And basically what that means is the people who are out there that are watching the market, the people that are potential buyers, they're all thinking the market is going to tank, everything is going to go down. And that's where the disconnect is. You've got all the real estate people, even though I'm in the real estate industry and I'm kind of like what I call the anti-realtor, I really can't believe that the real estate agents that I keep talking to, all these people that keep pushing the positive spin on the market and the optimism is ridiculous, because you can see just from the comments that he's showing in that video clip below below, no one's thinking about an optimistic real estate market, and neither am I. All right, guys, so speaking of not being optimistic about the real estate market, I want to show you guys several articles and graphics here that paint more of a negative picture. I tend to believe more of the negative stuff because the positive spin that comes from the real estate companies and the mortgage companies, they have a very self-serving agenda. So I want you guys to take a look at some of this information because a lot of people see this and a lot of people are thinking that the market is going down, and for good reason. Take a look at this article. The headline here talks about the economists who called the 2008 housing crash predicting another 15% drop in home prices. Now I just want to scroll down here and just show you guys this part of the article right here where I highlighted that in that dark blue. It just basically says, if you can't read it, that we estimate that single-family home prices have fallen by 5.4% during the recent peak from May of 2022, but they still need to fall a further 15% or so before they return to their long-run average compared to disposable incomes. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. The affordability issue is the main concern now. Prices still need to come down compared to where incomes are, and this person who predicted the crash in 2008 is not really too far off in my opinion. I do see potentially another 10-15% in the downside risk to the real estate market this year. All right, guys, let's take a look at this article. Now, there's three pieces of information in here that are really important that I want you guys to see, but you can obviously see at the top here, the article headline says, residential real estate slowdown expected to continue in 2023. Again, there's a lot of articles like this on the internet now, guys, because the market has shifted. So let's take a look here at a couple of things that I want you to see that are really important. I highlighted this second paragraph right here in blue. I'm going to read it for you just in case you can't read it. It says, real estate company Redfin says, yes, the downward trend will continue. Redfin expects home sales to keep falling through 2023, leaving housing companies to negotiate a jungle of uncertainty longer than once anticipated. So even the Redfin CEO, which is a major company for real estate, is now saying, yes, 2023 is definitely going to be a slowdown. It's actually going to be more than a slowdown in my opinion, but even he's admitting that. Now I want to scroll down here a little bit more, talking about the overall market in terms of just the general market for the United States. You can see right here, these little 4 bullet points talks about the Northeast, the Midwest, the South, and the West. Now what this talks about is the pending home sales index. That means the homes that were pending. Take a look at the drop off. In the Northeast, they have fallen since last year, 35% in the Northeast. The Midwest has fallen almost 32%. The South has fallen 38%, and the West has fallen the most at over 45%. So again, pending home sales plummeting. That tells the tale again as to what's happening in the real estate market. And then I want to scroll down here one more time just to kind of show you guys mortgage rates. Now right here, this article piece right here, I'm going to highlight this if I can, right there in blue. I want you guys to take a look at this. Realtor.com predicts an average 2023 mortgage rate of 7.4%, which is up from the 2022 average of 5.5%. Right there, guys, that tells the tale. If we get to mortgage rates again that exceed 7%, there is going to be big changes to the real estate market. Prices are going to come down. Sellers are going to be in real trouble trying to be able to sell their homes because, again, when you see that kind of a market shift, especially because of interest rates being where they are, that means we are definitely now coming into a serious buyer's market. All right, guys, I want to show you 3 real-world examples here in Las Vegas showing various price points to show you what kind of headwinds sellers are facing in 2023 trying to sell their homes. Now, let's take a look at the popular website here, Zillow. I want to show you a luxury property here because it really doesn't matter about the price point. You're going to see these price cuts across the board. Right up here, you can see the price point, $3 million roughly, but just under it, they just did a price cut of $300,000. So this was listed at about $3.3 million, but take a look right underneath there. Zillow is estimating the price at about $2.82 million. So this home right now is still about $175,000, $180,000 above where it should be. Now, if we scroll down here a little bit deeper, I want you guys to see the other price history here. So you can see price and tax history. Take a look at this. Back in October, just before Halloween, they had it listed at 3.4, and then you can see they've been doing price drops all across the board here until they got right here now to just over 3 million. So it just goes to show you that it's now becoming more of a buyer's market. Sellers are not able to get last year's prices. Buyers are being smarter, they're waiting, and sellers are ultimately going to be forced to capitulate on price. Let's go take a look at another example. All right, guys, let's take a look at this example. This is a beautiful single-story home here in Las Vegas. It's listed right now. You can see here on Zillow at $750,000. They did a price cut just recently of $25,000. So again, this home was listed at about $775,000. Before I show you the estimated value, I want you guys to take a look at this chart right here down below. You could see in May of this past year, this home was listed and valued at $1.2 million. That no longer is the case. It has been sliding tremendously. Take a look here at the price point of what the Zestimate is. Right next to my picture, it says the Zestimate is $711,000. So this home back in May of last year was worth $1.2 million. That is now at least a 35% discount on this price just because of how much the market has reversed. So again, definitely a buyer's market. People are waiting now because prices have been dropping like a rock. Let's take a look at the next example. All right, let's take a look at this one last example, guys. Now, this home I know very well because this is one of my clients' homes, but I want you to see this because this is pretty shocking. Now, let's take a look at it here on Zillow. We sold this home last summer, July 1st, for $469,000. You can see it right there. It's sold on July 1st. Take a look at what Zillow is estimating the price value at right now. $370,000. That's over a 25% price drop since the summer of last year. In fact, if you take a look here underneath my picture, you can see right down there, it's dropped over $13,000 still in the last 30 days. And then the Zestimate right there is clearly showing a $370,000 valuation right now. That is a huge drop off, guys, and that really just tells the tale once again that we are no longer in that feeding frenzy of last year. We are no longer in a seller's market. Sellers are definitely capitulating on prices. They have to because the prices keep dropping and buyers are sitting on the sidelines, as they should, in my opinion, to try to find better value. So there you have it, guys. That's just some of the negative real estate data that's been coming out the last couple of weeks. Now, I know it sounds crazy that as a realtor, I've been telling you guys to sit tight and wait it out and not buy right now, but I have your best interests at heart, whereas a lot of people in this real estate industry, they do not. It's a very self-serving industry. So if I were to tell you two things right now, like I've been saying in the last few videos, number one, if you can, wait. Sit on the sidelines, do not buy right now. I think there's more downside coming in 2023. The second thing I would tell you is if you are going to buy right now or you're looking to buy right now, definitely put in an offer lower than asking price. Let's negotiate with the sellers. Let's play around with a little bit. Let's see if they're going to come down on their pricing because a lot of them, as you saw in the video, they are coming down on prices and I would not offer asking price right now. So with that said, guys, if you are thinking about relocating to beautiful Las Vegas, whether it's next month or next year, doesn't matter to me. I'll be here. Just call, text, or email me anytime. I'm a local realtor here. I've lived here for 20 years. I know every inch of the city. Call, text, or email me anytime when that time is right for you guys. I'll see you in the next video.